Angel-Soul.com. And I'll be sharing more about doors are opening, but that's my first offering as we step into this exciting time of year 2 of Awaken My True Self. So welcome everyone coming on. Welcome Bethany, Carol, Lisa, Joyce, Kathy, Maura, Peggy. Good to see everybody coming on. Well, let's go into prayer, everyone. And then we'll go into a past, present, future reading. So I'm just going to ask you to join me in taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of everything that happened before you came to either the live call or the replay. You'll still receive your highest and best, even if you're on during the replay. Take another nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of everything that's going to happen after. And breathe into the present moment. Breathe into the peace of being here now and taking this sacred time for yourself. This is your time. I'm going to ask you to invite the divine alignment of your soul. Call on your angels, guides, masters, teachers, any loved ones from the spirit world. Ask them to create a beautiful circle of light, love, healing, peace, protection, wisdom, and guidance around you. Just take a pause and surrender into that unconditional love and support. I'm going to ask you to join me in inviting the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to move through all of us today for your highest and greatest good. Let's ask the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to bring forth anything that no longer serves you, to be healed, transformed, released, and completed. Let's also ask the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to bring forth clarity, wisdom, guidance, opportunities, miracles, and your highest and the highest and best of all, better than you could ever imagine. And so it is. Okay, so welcome everyone coming to join in. All right, so today I will share that I'm finally back in stock after being sold out of my Ask Your Soul Knows Oracle deck. I'll be using that today. You can find it on my website, createheaven.com. And I will be using Judith Orliff's Power of Surrender deck and Tony Carmine Salerno's Angel God Goddess deck. So first I'm going to pick one card from the Surrender deck. And then I'm going to do a past, present, future reading. And also, if you do want to be chosen, I'll do a couple individual readings. Make sure you comment during the live session. If any of you, I see some community members of Awaken My True Self, if you want to comment what your experience has been as we approach and open doors for year 2 next week. I would love that. So I'm going to pick one from each about the past. One from each about the present. And one from each about the future. Ooh, this one's jumping out. It's funny how cards jump out. Okay. So welcome everybody that just came on. So first we have surrender your need to always be right. Surrender your need to always be right. Here's what it says. Give others the gift of letting them be right by yielding and not being rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Well, guess what? You know, one of the big things that are in my teachings and guidance is how to follow the guidance and wisdom and direction of your soul versus your ego. Well, the ego likes to be right. It's your ego stepping forward in conflict or relationships or opinion, and it wants to be right. So what happens when your ego wants to be right? It gets defensive, it gets louder, it repeats itself. Have any of you ever experienced that? Right? And, I did a workshop a couple weeks ago about miracles in the pause. And this is the time when you find yourself needing is part of the ego energy, needing to be heard, needing to be right. And you get pretty persistent. Take the pause, step back, and just know your ego's in fear or defense, and it's time to reconnect in the pause with your center, your soul, and review and maybe reapproach the situation or just let it go. A lot of times you're just going to be like, I'm just going to let this go. It's not worth it, right? Doris said, needed to hear this as my ego wants to be mad at my son, right? We all go through it, Doris, right? And it's just our conditioning, our ego self stepping forward. And there's a trigger, there's a button that gets pushed. Okay, so let's go to past, present, future. So our past cards. Well, it's interesting. We've got a theme in relationships today. I haven't looked at the present or the future, but it's showing up our first card from my deck. What do I need to know about my relationships? And the other card is Angel of Vision. So first of all, think about something that occurred in the recent or maybe not so recent past that involved a relationship. And the thing is, you don't have, the Angel of Vision is about, you don't have the whole picture, or either the other person is not revealing everything to you. And so there may be, your intuition may be kicking in and saying, something doesn't feel right, or I feel like I don't have the whole truth about this. Or you may be holding back your truth and not revealing what you need to say or how you really feel. So this is about bringing resolution to a relationship conflict or struggle. Okay. So again, there's a repetitive theme going on today. Take a pause, step back from the situation and say, am I speaking and revealing and sharing the whole truth? Or do you feel that the other person, and maybe you need to be more open, and maybe, or you may need to ask the other person to be more open. But it's meant to be reflected on, worked through, because there's a growth and an opportunity in this challenge. Okay. Kim says, my practicum, what this week was about relationship. Well, no coincidence. And Carol says, totally relatable. Okay, let's go to the present. Okay, so the presents, we're veering off from that first theme that came up in the first card and in the two cards for the past. So, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and we can get upset, we can get in fear, we can be triggered, we can be scared, we can be in grief. There's a roller coaster of emotions when there's big stuff going on in the world right now. So your soul is asking, first of all, ground yourself in Mother Earth. This is the goddess of the earth. An idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. Well, first of all, I'm getting, take some time to ground yourself in Mother Earth, go into prayer, get grounded, but where that imagination and creativity, what you can do is you can ask, how may I serve? Okay. Now, that may be in a small task, it may be in a larger task, but ask, how may I serve to bring healing, peace? You may need to focus on your own healing, but you may be inspired or you may have ideas to step in service, to help in some way, to be of service, to raise the vibration of humanity, to bring peace, to support others that need support. So your soul is asking you to step forward and from your heart and ask, how may I serve? And I'm curious, have any of you felt that? Have any of you felt like there's something you feel like you need to do to support what's going on in the world right now? Future card. Okay, so future card. Well, here we have the Divine Mother. Well, you know, many of you know I have a close and connected I feel like Mary's here for me in many ways. She's here for all in many ways. And I've chosen to be a messenger in some ways. And so I feel a divine connection to Mother Mary. And I was raised Jewish, so it's not religious. It's definitely spiritual. She's a divine mother of healing, miracles. She wants to help the children of the earth. She wants to help others helping children. But she's saying she wants to bring guidance to you, a renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So it's interesting when we have in the present, ask, how may I serve? I feel like if you have a connection or you're open to the connection of the Divine Mother Mary, she'll help you know what you can do to support yourself, others, and humanity right now. So be open. And now your ego's gonna, you know, the ego loves to step forward when that how may I serve card comes up, and your ego thinks it has to be grandiose or big, or it wants to figure it out. It wants to know all the details. But really, the guidance is all you need to do is ask, what's my next step? You don't have to figure anything out. What's one step I can take to serve? What's one step I can take to help others? What's one step I can take to have more peace in what's happening in the world right now? So ask. That's all you need to do. How simple is it? What's my next step? Right? Okay, so let me know what you received in that reading. I'm going to do a couple individual readings. Again, I have to share because it's so exciting for me, entering year 2 of the Wake in My True Self community. So if you want to be on the wait list and learn more about it, and also I'm giving an hour-and-a-half coaching and empowerment call, a group call on November 1st. So if you just go to wakeinmytrueself.com and you sign up for the wait list, you will get the invitation and the link to experience the live coaching call. And that is every month in the community. There's 3 live calls. Matter of fact, tonight in the community, we have John Holland as our guest speaker. And we have a guest speaker every other month. I do readings for the community every other month. And then we have a coaching and empowerment call every month and a miracles moment call, which is really cool. We share miracles and the infinite possibilities to experience miracles. So check that out. I'll be on next week sharing more about that because so many have benefited. it's less than $1 a day to join. It's probably the most reasonable. Well, it is the most reasonable thing for how many resources you get on the platform and in live events. Okay, I'm shuffling my cards. I might as well share what's going on while I'm shuffling instead of silence, or maybe you prefer that. All right, I'm going to pick a couple people to do individual readings. See if you receive any guidance for yourself during those individual readings. So what happens, just so you know, if you're new, and let me know if you're new, I randomly scroll from the comments, and you either need to be on YouTube or my professional page, which is the one with the purple shirt. So Kathy Giordano, so happy you're here today. She said that helped with the week. Let it go, right? Okay, so Kathy, be open to receive a message for your highest and greatest good. Take a deep breath with me. This one is coming through. And this one. So Kathy, well, okay, and so everybody can do this with Kathy, but Kathy, I want you to really take a deep breath and be open to do this. So first of all, whenever this card comes up in my deck, I ask the person to pause and I ask this question that I'm going to ask Kathy, but everybody can do it. So the question, Kathy, is what dream do you dare say? What dream do you dare say? And everybody can join in this. This is about putting a thought and then a verbal intention and then to actually put that energy. So Kathy, you know, it's interesting because your other card is Angel of Clearing. So it says your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. So I would pick a dream that you've been confused or you felt it's been on hold or the pause button's been on, but if you can see, I literally drew a hand breaking through a wall, which is on this side of the card. So it's about breaking through the walls of limitation or unworthiness or how can this happen? No, just put the dream out there, give it to the divine and say, here's my dream, show me, you know, the next step. Collaborate, ask the universe to co-create and collaborate with you, and then really pay attention to signs, synchronicities, insights, intuition, and your job is to continue to take inspired action. So I'm excited for you because the time of waiting and confusion is clearing and your dream is out there in the universe right now. So I'm going to join you in saying, and so it is. Okay. All right. Let's see who else. So I'm going to just take a moment. Doris. Oh my goodness. Doris. Okay. Doris, thank you. You give so much to everyone. So I'm sure your angels, your loved ones are giving back to you. So take a deep breath with me. Be open to receive. I hope to see you tonight, Doris, for John Holland and his amazing talk tonight. Being the architect of your own soul's destiny. I can't wait. Okay, so Doris, well, here you've gotten a message in the group reading, and then it's actually being duplicated in a different way, but it's a double whammy, I call it, where, you know, in both the group reading and now in your individual reading, you are, I'm hearing the time is ripe to ask your soul and the divine, show me my purpose. And there's a compass on there, and it's about following the inner compass, the intuition. And look at tonight's, you know, event in Awaken My True Self with John is perfect. I feel like you're going to get insight tonight, but all you need to do, the staircase, is take one step at a time, because this is saying this is the time to manifest. This is the angel of manifestation. Your efforts and determination will pay off. So this is the perfect time to plant seeds, take steps, to ask, how may I serve? And what is my joy, passion, and sense of purpose at this time? So I really believe you're going to get some insight tonight. And if I can support you in any way with this, Doris, and so it is. So I'm going to leave you with those blessings. All right, everyone, let's do a little prayer, world prayer right now, because I feel like everybody needs healing in their heart and peace in their heart. So when two or more gather in the name of Spirit, miracles can happen. You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Doris. Okay, so just join me. Bring your hand on your heart. When you bring your hand on your heart, you move away from your head. You center on your heart center, on that center of love, peace, soul. I'm going to ask you to know that you make a difference, and you're making a difference right here and right now in joining in prayer. I'm going to ask you to fill yourself with light. I want you to think of someone that you love very dearly. And I want you to fill your heart when you think of that someone, and let it expand from your heart into your whole body, into your whole being. It's important to pray from light, from love, to transform fear and darkness. So feel yourself fill with that light as if you're a lighthouse shining so bright. Just bring that visual. Your light is shining so bright. And where others need this light and this healing love, I want you to send out that light from your heart to the hearts of all those that need to feel the light, to feel love, to be guided during this time. Let's send it to the heart of all those in humanity. Those places that are in turmoil right now. Let's ask that everybody is supported through light, love, healing, protection, peace. I want you to send a prayer for peace in everybody's hearts. Let's ask that all remember what love truly is. Let's ask that all choose love, even when they're afraid. Let's ask that we all choose love, even when we're afraid. Let's ask our angels, guides, masters, teachers, help us to magnify this love, peace, protection, support a millionfold. Let's ask that all that need earthly and divine support, that they receive it through grace. And if you need earthly and divine support, you receive it through grace. And let's just see those legions of divine angels, guides, masters, teachers, and all of us hold hand to hand, heart to heart around this world, and just beam it with love, light, grace, miracles, peace. And together we say, and so it is. Take a deep breath. It feels so good to center on this. And remember, when you do get pulled into any energy that lowers your vibration, you can return. The best way to send support, love, healing is to do it from a high vibration of love and peace. All right, everyone. I will see you next week. And Tuesday, I will be here for my 5th week in Who Am I in the Midst of a Challenge? And I'll be talking about divorce and how to be all of who you are going through that experience. And also, I'll be announcing all different, just coming on about doors opening next week for Awaken My Truth Self. So I'll be happy to share that with you. Blessings, everyone. Have a great night and weekend.